repercussions of what it's gone past the point of a return now. I think, like I'll just show you some of these things that have been I've just noticed in the press today that this morning Paul Hurst from the Times was showing that the players have started to lose faith in all his tactics. You know, a lot of you saw the video of Ronaldo yesterday waving his hands all around when one of the Liverpool goals went in, and people just assumed that was a criticism of all his tactics. But Paul Hurst is saying that some of the players have got criticisms of Ole. They don't think that his coaching staff's up to scratch. The Manchester Evening News as well did an article today where they were talking about certain players, like unnamed players, don't understand why Jesse Lingard isn't getting playing time when he has such an impact when he plays on the pitch. The issue of Donny van der Beek, apparently, we were saying the other day, Donny must be terrible in training. According to Samuel Luckhurst, players are saying that apparently Donny van der Beek's really good in training. It baffles them a little bit why he isn't playing. And then Jamie Jackson, who's the Manchester United correspondent for The Guardian, he writes articles with Fabrizio Romano, who's the real tier one trusted journalist when it comes to reporting what's going on behind the scenes at clubs. He echoed a lot of the things that were already being reported. He said they were saying that players are questioning whether Solskjaer has the tactical nous to take the club any further. And I just think when these kinds of stories come out, it's
ominous, isn't it? To be honest,
especially when it's such a similar story and so many other journalists are reporting on the same thing. It's quite apparent that obviously the PR teams of the players have started briefing journalists straight away, to sort of distance themselves from what's becoming quite a toxic environment around the manager. So if the players are briefing journalists that they're also unhappy, like the fans are unhappy, I think that type of situation, I think it's past the point of no return. And also in the article that Jamie Jackson and Romano wrote, they mentioned about how Antonio Conte is up for managing Manchester United around a similar time that Luckhurst in the MEN was reporting the same thing. Conte is open to joining United. And then this afternoon, Gianluigi Longari from Sport Italia is reporting that United is the first choice for Conte should United be interested in taking his services. And then Luckhurst, following that at about 3:00, is now reporting that United are considering sacking Ole. And when Samuel Luckhurst tweeted this and put it out in the Manchester Evening News, Romano and Jamie Jackson added an extra bit to their article on Twitter that Richard Arnold has cancelled all of his appointments for today to hold emergency meetings with Joel Glazer. So I think when the media is reporting that to such an extent, and it certainly looks like a brief from players, from sources inside the club, and I think as much as we were saying yesterday, as much as there's mitigating circumstances for why the club's doing badly, and it's not all these inept coach like a lot of TalkSport pundits would lead you to believe. I do think that there's such an emphasis on how things look to the outside that I think losing 5-0 at home to Liverpool in a period where there's such a toxic environment online around you anyway, I just think that the writing seems to be on the wall, I think.